What's up, guys? Coach John Wojo here with JW Fitness with another question for you. I have been working out and lifting about 6 months now, 4 to 5 days a week, about 2,100 calories, pushing 200 grams of protein a day. I've seen some results, but I'm not gaining as much as I feel I should be. Am I not eating enough? How long does it take to add an inch to your biceps? Yes, I lift to failure, 3 to 4 sets, 8 to 12 reps. All right, he just added a bunch of information at the end. All right, well, number one, this person didn't include their body weight. So I don't know if 2,100 calories is enough for you. Are you already 250 pounds and shredded and you're trying to gain weight? Or are you 120 pounds and skinny as a rail and you're trying to gain weight? That makes a difference. So without telling us your body weight, I can't help you. If you're aiming for 200 grams of protein a day, and I'm just going to extrapolate that perhaps you are eating 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight per day, then I'm going to assume that you're 200 pounds. And if you're 200 pounds, 2,100 calories a day might be fantastic if you're trying to get shredded. But if you're trying to build muscle, you need more calories than 2,100 calories a day. A good rule of thumb for me is I use a simple multiplier system when figuring out calories and then dialing it in more accurately beyond that based on how my body reacts to the amount of calories that I'm eating. Same thing with my clients. So somewhere in the general vicinity of, let's say, 14, 15, 16 calories per pound of body weight per day probably gets you in a good ballpark of where you're going to need to be maintenance-wise. And then you're going to add or subtract that to dial it in for yourself. And then, of course, if you're looking to lose weight, I would start by subtracting anywhere from like 250 to 500 calories per day from that maintenance number. And likewise, if you're looking to gain muscle, I would start by adding 250 to 500 calories per day to be on the surplus side of things in order to gain muscle. I know a lot of people talk about being able to lose fat and gain muscle at the same time, but it's really difficult to serve two masters. You kind of want to pick a goal and go in one direction versus the other. And then the trick is trying to lose as much fat as possible while preserving your muscle tissue, and likewise trying to gain as much muscle as possible while minimizing the amount of fat that you are likely going to gain when you're in a surplus. But the way that you're going to look, if you do it right, is going to, if you're minimizing the amount of fat that you're going to gain while you build as much muscle as possible, you're going to look awesome, because that body fat is going to be spread out over, because your muscle gain is outpacing your fat gain. So you're going to look better, bigger, so long as you do it properly and you don't overindulge and eat excessive calories. That's my point. Anywho, that's how I would approach that. Guys, if you appreciate the content, please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.